This is World Television. Welcome to News Top Up, your weekly recap of trending stories. I am Olushola Iyanuoluwa. Let's begin. Concerns over Nigeria's worsening insecurity took center stage in the Senate as lawmakers discussed the recent abduction of school children and teachers in Oyo State. The senator representing Ogbomoso, Senator Fatai Buhari, raised concern about the abduction of 46 people and gruesome murder of a teacher, Michael Oyedokun. He called on the federal government to strengthen security intelligence within the vulnerable school.
Call on the federal government to strengthen and expand the Safe School initiative through enhanced surveillance, intelligence gathering, and improved security deployment around vulnerable.
During the debate, Oshiomhole called for a thorough review of security spending, insisting that lawmakers need to know how much money has been released to security agencies, how the funds were spent, and whether the spending has produced meaningful results. Other senators echoed similar concerns. Senator Sani Musa also questioned why insecurity continues to persist despite the huge resources committed to the sector, urging greater accountability from those responsible for managing security funds.
On the expenditures, spending, and operational mechanisms of the armed forces, especially in area of expenditure and budgeting. I think it is high time now that Mr. President, in his wisdom, called the service chiefs to account for the resources that this National Assembly have been budgeting for. Yet, every day, it is either we don't have the arms, or the money is not there to pay allowances for our servicemen. Where is the money going to?
People who are entrusted to protect us, that some of them have not become part of our problem. Mr. President, I have always tried to be present in every day that this thing is sit. As I speak, I am not aware that we have gotten a response to that simple inquiry.
The debate followed growing public concern over a series of abduction and attacks across different parts of the country, including the recent school kidnapping incident in Oyo State that prompted fresh calls for action. Forgery allegations have thrown the House of Representatives into fresh controversy following the battle for the position of minority leader. The crisis began after Deputy House spokesperson Philip Agbese alleged that his signature was forged on a document endorsing Ikenga Ugochinyere for the leadership position. Agbese denied signing the document and called for an investigation, insisting his name was being used without his consent.
This amount to forgery for my signature to be used for purposes which not intended for. Mr. Speaker, I want to seek the leave of this House to probe and investigate.
But Ugochinyere rejected the allegation, maintaining that Agbese personally signed the endorsement, promising to provide witnesses and evidence to prove it.
My brother arrived from Benue, late for our meeting, met me in the office, in the presence of some of my colleagues that I will bring forward, and voluntarily, on his own and independently, pledged and signed my nomination for the post of minority leader.
I never did, Mr. Ikenga.
Mr. Speaker.
I never did that, Mr. Ikenga.
Mr. Speaker.
I never did that.
However, the situation took a different turn after a CCTV clip reportedly circulated publicly showing Agbese during the signing process of the same document in question. Federal government has officially moved to respond to public anxiety over recent kidnappings across the country. In a coordinated response, the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Minister of Information addressed the growing public criticism, insisting that security operations are actively ongoing. The National Security Advisor's Office explained that under the coordination of No Ribadu, security agencies are carrying out sustained operations against bandit groups and kidnapping networks, while also strengthening intelligence-led intervention. On its part, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, maintained that the government is combining military action with broader strategic measures, adding that recent efforts have disrupted several criminal operations.
The President has made it clear that no child belongs in captivity and that no effort will be spared in ensuring that those responsible for these heinous crimes are brought to justice.
Despite these assurances, concerns remain high among citizens and lawmakers as incidents of kidnapping continue to draw national attention and calls for stronger action. In the capital, Abuja, activist Olushola has also led a separate protest, drawing attention to the broader insecurity situation. The protest followed public outrage over the Oyo kidnappings, where pupils and staff were reportedly taken during armed raids. Protesters attempted to approach key government areas but were stopped by heavy security around the presidential villa. They called for immediate rescue of adopted victims and urgent measures to address the worsening security situation. In recent days, Nigeria has been hit by a wave of protest following renewed adoption of school children and repeated bandit attacks, with the situation especially tense in part of Oyo State. The crisis escalated after armed men reportedly stormed communities and adopted pupils and staff, triggering widespread anger over the continued insecurity affecting schools and rural areas. The incident quickly sparked protests that spread beyond the affected areas.
Parents, our siblings, our brothers, our sisters, uncles, nephews, nieces that have been kidnapped. There are 2-year-old children whose only crime is that they were Nigerian citizens. This is not a plea, it is not a beg, it's not an apology, we're not begging them. We are directing them, we're urging them. Anything can go wrong at any point in time. Nigerian masses are tired.
In Lagos, Abuja, and several other states, including Ogun, Kwara, Delta, Cross River, and part of the North, teachers, residents, and civil groups took to the street, demanding a safe return of victims and stronger government action to curb the attacks.
Federal government cannot keep telling us that their campaign is important, that innocent citizens that are inside the bush, children, innocent children, teachers, they even buy one cut the neck, life. And we are here, everywhere is silence. No, this is unacceptable.
We want our children, our teachers back. Then there must be an end to security. To this insecurity in this government, there must be an end to it. Our life matters.
In the midst of growing public concern over insecurity and ongoing protests in part of the country, reports circulating online have sparked controversy involving the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu.
So to all our women leaders, from the woman leader for Abia State, APC woman leader, APC woman leader for Anambra State, APC woman leader for Bauchi State, APC leader for Osun State, APC leader for Oyo State, your vehicles will be ready before the end of the week. So I urge all our governors, this is how we want our women to be treated. The vehicles are your personal vehicles. You are not giving it to the party. Can you hold on, please? You register the vehicles in your name. Can we have quiet, please? Let me finish. You register all these vehicles in your name. You have money to do that, which we won't talk about, but register these vehicles in your name. And our beloved state governors, the APC governors, buy your women leaders' vehicle.
The report claimed that during this sensitive period, she attended empowerment events where cash and vehicles were shared as gifts, a development that has triggered criticism from some members of the public who feel the timing was inappropriate given the security situation and national mood. The issue quickly gained traction on social media with divided reactions, some describing it as routine empowerment program, while others see it as poorly timed in light of ongoing insecurity concerns. the debate continues to trend as Nigerians call for more clarity and more sensitivity in public engagement during this period of heightened tension. That's all for this week. For more trending updates, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rules World Television. Once again, I am Olushola Iyanuoluwa. Thanks for watching.